This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
Good morning, folks. I'm Dr. Ignacio Ciampitti, K-State Cropping System and Crop Production Specialist. Today I would like to just briefly provide some quick tips about soybean production management. We were on the soybean schools discussing some of the main topics related to input cost and trying to provide some insights on how we can start looking at profits and maximizing yields on soybeans. So soybeans, as you know, there are many different factors affecting yields. We always talk about rotation, seed selection, seeding rates, planting date, nutrient fertility, weed control, fungicide, insecticide applications, inoculation. And then some of those factors are really critical when we're looking about increasing yields and improving profits in our fields. So let me talk about specifically three main factors that we discuss in our schools for improving profits. One key point is on planting date. So when you're looking at planting time, we have a study summarizing 3 years of information on soybeans and planting date and maturity group, looking at usually early planting. It tends to increase yields. When we are looking about April 14 planting time, sometimes tends to be too early. Soil temperatures are not at the optimal time, and even sometimes soil moisture might be not at the optimal. Plants, seeds that they are planting at that specific point, they might take several weeks to come up. When we are looking about optimal planting dates, we are looking about last week of April, mid-April, and going into first week of May. And we tend to see that the early we can go, then we have high probability to increase yields. When you're looking about yields, we're looking about yields that are around 80 to 90 bushels, very high yielding situations. What will happen if we are delaying planting date? In those situations, delay a planting date, in our studies we are showing that we are decreasing our yield potential, the maximum yield that we can achieve, by half a bushel per day. So when you're looking about your planting time, soybeans has very wide window for planting. So take a look to your yield potential factor, take a look to the best soil and moisture conditions, and make sure to check all equipment operations before planting your soybeans. Proper uniformity, proper seed placement is really critical and key for high yields. Another factor was seeding rates. We discussed the points on how we can optimize our seeding rates. And then one of the factors that we tend to discuss was the idea of optimizing seeding rates based on yield environments. If we are going to a very high yielding situation, we might need to increase our seeding rates to support more plants in the field that they can produce more pods to increase those and to reach those high yields. When you're looking about lower yields, our optimal seeding rate tend to be lower, and we can produce and we can reach 30 to 40 bushels with optimal seeding rates that they will probably be less than 120, 110,000 seeds per acre. That is an important factor when you're looking about economics for this coming growing season. Seeding rate is a factor that if we can cut back on areas of the field that they are less productive, in very poor areas, if we are cutting back 10,000 seeds, we can save $5 per acre. If we are cutting back 20,000 seeds, in consequence, we will be saving $20 per acre. So seeding rate is a factor that you should guys put some attention and make sure that we take a look before preparing for our planting season. And then one of the last factors that I really want to touch base was about the idea of maximizing yields and looking at profits. When we're looking at those, the concept of narrowing rows is one of the key factors for our soybean operations. Sometimes in some of the studies conducted in the last years, narrowing rows produce very small minimum yields improvements from 4, 5 to 2 bushels. But one of the key factors that I would like to emphasize on looking at narrow rows is the idea of weed control. And those narrow row systems, 15 inches or 7.5 inches, they will tend to close canopy faster. And that early canopy closure is not only helping us to improve light, but also will be helping us to leave less space for our weeds. So in those situations, weed control tend to be a good key point, and sometimes in some of these scenarios on narrow rows, we might be able to save one pass or two passes of herbicide application and be more effective in controlling our weeds. So look at these specific points and make sure that you plan ahead for your next coming planting soybean season.
The new Better Horses Network is worldwide, presented by Lucas Oil, featuring worldwide radio and TV with iconic hosts like Al Dunning, Sharon Camarillo, Ernie Rodina, Lindy Birch, and Craig Cameron. With American Cowboy, Horse and Rider, Brushy Creek, Cavenders, and Ride TV. Worldwide radio and TV, the all-new Better Horses Network.